Beating 97% of your competition on Meta is easy. You simply have to find new winning creatives at a faster rate than anyone else out there. Yes, using new ad campaign types like Advantage Plus is important. But in the end, in 2024, the most important thing in a campaign is the ad itself. And especially the speed at which you can find more winning ads. I'm Sebastian Wolf and I scaled my own e-com in less than a year from 6 to 7 figures using UGC. I analyzed the 0.1% of the e-com brands out there, and there's one thing that I noticed: they all test dozens of ads per week. So this is exactly the strategy that I started, and this is also what I teach my clients in my mastermind. If you want to stay relevant in 2024, you have to keep up with the A players and become one. The comment section below this video is like my personal Discord. If you have any question, drop a comment, I'll get back and answer it. Now, 2 very important points I need to make here. To win meta ads, it's not about blasting content, it's about finding those winning creatives. And you might wonder how to come up with so many ideas. But the good news is you don't have to come up with ideas for the content yourself. Actually, I'm not a creative person at all. But with a proven system I'm going to share with you in this video, you'll have the tools to create winning creatives at scale, and you don't have to come up with ideas for the content. The funny thing is, once you start doing this and start looking into this, you're going to realize what your competitors are doing is mostly crap. So start doing this and you're going to be able to beat 97% of them easily. What we're doing today is what we call the product benefit breakdown. And while it seems like a boring analysis, it's actually a genius way to break down your products in a way that automatically leads you to ideas that you can use in hooks and content for videos. This is the secret for finding winning angles, and it's going to give you and your team unlimited ideas for videos. Okay, what we're seeing here is the product benefit breakdown spreadsheet. And don't be scared, I'll explain, and I'm also going to give out this template. Today we're going to look at the Boomstick Trio. It's a cosmetic product, and trust me, I don't know much about cosmetics. So it's a perfect example because I'm going to show you how I use the information on the product page, well, out my brain, to come up with the breakdown for this. And the breakdown goes as follows. We're looking at the properties, the advantages, the benefits, and the transformation. Now, what is that? A property is a feature of the product. An advantage is something that results from this feature. It's an advantage for using, or an advantage that the user has from using this product and from this property, from those properties from the feature. And then the benefit is a specific thing from the I perspective. What is my personal benefit that I get from this situation? And then the transformation is what changed. How was my life before using this and how is it after? What is the change that happened thanks to this? Let's get started. So we're looking at the product page and I'm looking for marketing statements about the product. And while I scroll down, the first thing that I see is all natural ingredients. That's amazing. Let's use it. So all natural ingredients is the first one that I prepared here, and that is a property. It's a feature, it's a fact. It's all natural. So let's just put that here and look further. What else do we find? We have cruelty-free. Amazing. Cruelty-free has nothing to do with the ingredients. At this stage where we assemble it, we just copy paste it anywhere where we think. And then later on, we actually put it into the right spots. Now, obviously, I've done this already to make it easier to guide you through this. If you were doing it for the first time, take it, put it in there where you think it fits, and then later on you grab it and throw it around and put it where it actually belongs. So the cruelty down there, let's just keep it in mind. Sheer and buildable, I did not know what that was. I had to look it up. It's a cosmetic term where when you apply more, it gets darker. That's my interpretation. Basically, you have one product and you can use it for many things. Now, that's my very basic interpretation of what that means. All the ladies in the audience, they're going to know better. I do not an expert. However, we're going to use sheer and buildable and we're going to put it in here. It is a property. Let's look further. All 3, one price, great marketing feature. We might be able to use that later on. So what we're learning here, and I want you to now pause the video and actually read the product page. It's in the description. What I want you to do is just think about, try to extract properties, features, benefits, all these things, because they're used here already. We just have to put it together in a way that it makes sense. There's a no risk money back guarantee. That is definitely a property. Great. What else do we have? Your entire makeup bag in 3 sticks. So that is a very interesting statement. We don't fully understand it yet, but when you read further, you're going to learn that the sheer and buildable actually leads to this. So the way they built this is that it's less product and they can be combined. 3 little boomsticks can replace everything in your makeup bag. Well, that's a hook already. But let's actually stick with this first, your entire makeup bag in 3 sticks. So we're going back to the sheer and buildable because now we finally understand what that is. So this is actually a benefit. Let's take this, put it in here, your entire makeup bag. We're going to find more later. Easily works for every woman's skin tone. Now that is the explanation for the sheer and buildable. So you got the sheer and buildable, and that leads to that you can use it for any skin tone and for any person. So that's the missing piece that we had to put in here. So works with every skin tone, leads to your entire makeup bag in just 3 sticks. The next paragraph is one that explains a lot and also gives you a lot of marketing angles. Easily works for every woman's skin tone. That is the missing piece we needed for the advantage. So you got the sheer and buildable. That's just how the product is built. And that leads to the fact, to the advantage that it can be used for any skin tone and for any woman. Now that leads to your entire makeup bag in 3 sticks, and that leads to all the other statements. So if you read this, you're going to see, wow, designed for every woman, every skin tone. Amazing. So we can actually pull that in here, and no need to choose a color. That is a very more personal statement. We have it in here already. No need to buy dozens of products, no need to chose a color. So all these are benefits, more personal, more what is that, like what does that mean for myself? Boomsticks are sheer enough to work with every gorgeous skin tone. Amazing. This is just one more, so we're making some space here and put it in. So what you notice at this stage is that it's not always that clear whether something is a property, an advantage, or a benefit. And some of you might say, oh, but this one was put wrong. And you might be right. The whole point of this exercise is to do the thought experiment and to put it into a spreadsheet. The goal is not to be 100% accurate, because also you're going to see that multiple features lead to multiple overlapping results. So you might actually see the same benefit for another property or for another advantage. That's very possible. So what I want you to do is I want to stick with this property, with one property, and then fill up anything you can find. So you have all these benefits resulting from the 2 advantages we found. There might be even more. We haven't even looked yet. And this is all resulting from one single property. We're scrolling further down and we're seeing the animal test-free logo. And this is another property, the one we've been looking for, because we found the no animal cruelty already, or the cruelty-free. So we have the animal test-free. That's a property, that's a fact. And then that leads to the advantage. Well, there's no animal cruelty. And what are the benefits? Let's think about it. I don't feel bad when buying it. I'm doing something good. I can be sure that no animal was harmed. And these are things that I come up with already. So you see already with this train of thought we're creating, ideas start popping up. And that's exactly what we want. Obviously, I want to keep the video within a proper length. In real life, you want to read every single word on the product page. So now we're going back and hovering over it again. I did miss a few things. The simple. So this product is simple. Let's also look at this breakdown. It's a simple product. Many beauty products in 3 easy to use, convenient boomsticks. What's the benefit? So we're looking at perfect for traveling light. Obviously, it's small, fits in your purse. You don't need many products. Your entire makeup bag in 3 sticks. I just said the same thing, just this sounds better. So these benefits are partly taken from the product page and partly they just popped up when I was doing the breakdown. Like this one, use it as blush, lipstick, etc. This is exactly what they used here. So again, you go through the whole product page, you fill out this breakdown as much as you can, every little angle. Please think about it until the end, until the benefit stage. And then when you come to the benefit, now it gets interesting. We found the benefit, no chemicals that I can't pronounce. And what is the transformation here? The transformation is I used to have products with chemicals that I can't pronounce, and now I only have products where I can pronounce the ingredients. And the following are hook ideas. I'm not saying these are the most amazing hooks in the world. It's an exercise to get your brain into the right direction, to get the ideas started. But a possible idea would be anyone else scared of chemicals they can't pronounce. Very simple. Catchy. What else we have? No negative effects from unsafe chemicals. We got the possible negative effects transforming into no negative effects. So a possible hook here could be, this is how I stopped having negative effects from unsafe chemicals in cosmetics. The next one is interesting because it uses the word feel. So you can present a fact by just mentioning a fact, or you can say how the person feels about it. It's 2 different angles. So you can say, I feel unsafe and now I feel safe. I was afraid of using cosmetics because of all the unknown stuff in it. Now I feel safe. Here's how I did it. So all these are hooks for this one property and for these few benefits, and there's so many more. Try to do the exercise with, if you want this product or with your own products, and please comment below what you came up with. I want to see it. Let's do one more example for hooks. Animal test free leads to no animal cruelty. We have the benefit, I don't feel bad when buying it. So the transformation is, I used to feel bad, now I don't anymore. I feel good when buying it. Hook, I was shocked when I found out about what they do to animals to test your everyday cosmetics. This is why I started using this product, or the boomstick. So please do it for this product as an exercise or just for your own products. And please comment below what hooks you came up with. This is one exercise we teach in our school community. There are more, but this is a very powerful one. If you know this and if you exercise this, you're ahead of your competition already. But you might be asking, what are the next steps? Easy. You have your content idea. You find actors/UGC creators, and we find them on backstage.com. You create a briefing that includes the script, the text, word for word that you want them to say. They film the content, they send back the raw, you edit it, well, not you, your video editors, cheap and easy to find, we teach that, and then you launch it. So you only want the content creator, the UGC creator, to make the raw creative, and you do all the other stuff. By breaking down this process in such simple steps, you can have multiple people working on it in different stages at the same time. So you don't have one video concept going through the timeline where you got 50 or whatever. A large amount of video creatives done at the same time, multiple steps done in bulk. So you have one video editor coming in. They're not going to come in and edit one video. They're going to come in and work on 3-4 creative concepts. And that's the power of the process that reduces cost, that makes things easier. It streamlines communication. It makes people want to work with you because you are an easy client. You know what you want, you have a nice process, you give them work, and there's not much unnecessary communication needed. So the goal here is to let it run on autopilot. You as the business owner should not be largely involved. You should watch it, you should enjoy, and you should collect the cash. The automation is key, and this is what we teach in our school community that includes a full course, video online course where we explain every step of this funnel. Tell me in the comments if there's anything you don't understand, and tell me if there's anything within this process that you would like to have a separate video about. If you want more free content like this, please hit the like button and follow my channel to support me.